As I record this, it is the end of 2021. So today I want to give you 5 things that you can look at in your Etsy shop to refresh and get ready for 2022. G'day there, my name is Jess Van Den. Welcome back to my channel. I've been running my own successful Etsy shop Ethereal since 2008, and I've been full-time with my handmade business since 2010. Also, since 2013, I've been helping other makers like you and me work out how to have a thriving and profitable handmade business. So today we're talking Etsy specifically, and I'm going to give you a few things that you can do pretty quickly in order to give your shop a bit of a spruce up for the new year. Now, if you're watching this later and it's not the new year, it's never a bad time to do this. Never a bad time to give your shop a little bit of a zhuzh. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, the first thing you can do is use the bulk edit feature to update your titles and tags. If you have had your shop for a long time, maybe some of your titles and tags could use with a bit of an update, especially on products that aren't selling well. Rule of thumb here, if it's working, leave it alone. If it's not working, improve it. So look at the items in your shop that have not been selling, that aren't getting traction, that aren't getting views, and then select them all and then bulk edit. And the reason this is great is because you can kind of do it quickly. So edit those titles and tags, add anything that you can in there that is going to perhaps improve your SEO and bring new people in to your shop. Now, if you're not sure exactly what that might be, I have a whole video, a really long video on Etsy SEO here on my channel. You can find that. I'll put a card to that up here. So when you finish watching this video, just open that another tab. You can head on over and check that out. And I go in depth into Etsy SEO. But basically, you might have some old tags that aren't working very well. You might just want to add some new ones in there that might potentially bring in some traffic. Now, a trick here, go into your stats in your Etsy shop and look at the tags and the titles, the keywords, whatever, the keywords that are bringing people to your shop already. See if you can put those in these other listings. See if they're there or if they're not there. That's one little quick trick for you. Number 2, the second thing you can do, add vital information to your photos, because people so often do not read descriptions, especially if you're on the Etsy app and like you have to expand it to be able to read the description. So annoying. So you actually create text images and put them in your images. You've got 10 spaces. It's a lot of space. So if there's something people really need to know about your product, create a text image and put it in there, because they will most likely scroll through all the pictures before they buy. Okay, so this is a really powerful tool. I see some people using it, but not as many people that could be using it. Also, make sure to make it look nice. Like, make sure it's branded. Make sure you're using your brand colors and fonts in that image. Try to keep it pretty clean. So don't make a really like messy background behind it. So if you're, say, putting it over the top of a product image, make sure it's still very legible and easy to read. Again, remember, most people are shopping on their phones, so it needs to be easy to read at a small size. So don't use like font that's too curly and too fancy, and don't have difficult backgrounds. Make sure that it's clear, straightforward, easy to read, so that people are getting that vital information before they click buy, and so that you don't end up with unhappy customers because they didn't read really important stuff in the description. And this sort of thing is really easy to make in Canva. If you don't already use Canva, oh my God, link below, check it out. It's awesome. It's online, free graphic design software that makes it so easy to make any of these sorts of images. I have been using it myself for many years. It's pretty much exclusively what I use to create anything graphic design wise. So check that out. Number 3, review your stats from last year. And I kind of touched on this before, but go a little bit deeper here. Maybe look at particular bestsellers. So, because you can break this down, it's amazing. You can break this down. You can look at your whole shop. What are the tags that are bringing you in, bringing people in, and also the traffic sources. I didn't mention this earlier. Look at where people are coming from. Is this something you can work on? So say you're getting 50% of your traffic from Etsy search and all your other traffic from multiple other sources. Have a look at what's working already and have a look at what's not working. Like if you're spending hours a week on Instagram, but it's only bringing you 2% of your traffic, maybe that's not the best use of your time. Maybe you would be better off spending time on Pinterest or running a YouTube channel or spending more time on your Etsy SEO or paying for ads. Think about it, like look at what's working, what's not working, and make a plan for how you can potentially change up your marketing in the new year. Number 4 is a quick and dirty photo update. So this is where you are going to improve your photos without taking any new ones. Awesome. So what you want to do is you want to scan through your shop, looking at the first image. Anything that is not super cropped in, like remember, phone. People are looking at a little picture, and when you're editing, if you're editing on a desktop and it's massive, you might be like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. But then when you look at it on a tiny phone, you're like, oh no, that product's too far away. It's not clear. This is a big mistake I see a lot of beginners make, is they have too much floof going on in their styling. So they have like a rock and a flower and stuff, and that's all pretty and that's fine. But if that means your product is like tiny and lost in the middle, you're not helping yourself. So I want you to crop all that extraneous stuff out, and I want you to fill the frame of that initial photo with your product, front and center. Now, you can easily do that by going into your Etsy listing. And on the first image, there's an ability there to crop the photo. So you don't have to like do it off Etsy. You can literally just go into Etsy and it allows you to crop that first image so that when people see it in search, they see the cropped version. But then when they go and actually click on the listing, they'll see the larger version. So that's a really useful little tool. Another one is you might want to switch around your pictures. Maybe there's some products that aren't selling well and you're like, well, what if I change the first image? So the image people see in search, maybe I need to try a different one. And again, crop that in and see if that has an impact. So that's another quick thing you can do. Another thing you want to do is look at color balance. This is a really important thing that a lot of people make a mistake with, is when you're scrolling through your shop, especially if you use like white backgrounds or gray backgrounds, or like if it's all the same background, it's really important the color balance is the same. Otherwise it doesn't look great. It looks like messy because you'll have some that are kind of yellow tinted and some that are like bluey gray tinted, and it just doesn't look professional. So I want you to go through and look at that. And that is something that's really easy to fix in even just like Google Photos. You just adjust the warmth slider. Okay, and that will make your photos either warmer, so a bit more yellowy, or cooler, a bit more blue. And what you want to do is have like an example one on half of your screen, and then the one you're editing on the other half of your screen, and edit each one so that it looks the same as the example. All right, and try to make them as true to real life color as possible. So find one and edit it so it looks as true to life as possible, and then use that as your guide to edit all your other photos. Now, just edit the first one. Ideally, you'd edit all of them, but that if you have a lot of products, that might take a lot of time. At least that first image, so that when someone lands on your shop, all of those first images look the same and it'll look super duper professional. And the fifth thing, the last thing that you can do, is check over your announcement, your about section, your policies. This is stuff that we kind of set up and then sort of forget about, right? But some of it might be out of date. You might have something in your announcement from 6 months ago, or maybe you put something in there about Christmas and you haven't taken it out yet, or maybe your about page, your photos looking a bit old and you want to update it, or you're like, well, I have a video now that I could put on there, so I have a video on my about section, or maybe I've moved and I'm talking about my old studio where I'm actually in a new one. Whatever it might be, these things might just need a little tweaking and a little updating to freshen your shop up and make it more up to date and relevant. Same with your policies. Make sure they're still on point. Make sure they're still exactly what you want to do. And your FAQ section, if you have anything in there as well, just have a quick look at that. And that should be just something that you can quickly update and edit, and that makes sure that your shop is up to date, feeling good, all organized, ready to go into 2022. So that's just 5 quick little things that you can do to improve your Etsy shop to hopefully bring you more sales starting 2022, the new year, or whenever you're watching this. These are 5 things that you can always do to improve your Etsy shop and get those sales rolling through the door, hopefully a little bit quicker. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you want more videos on how to have a thriving and profitable handmade business and a happy and healthy work from home lifestyle. I'll be back again soon with another video in the new year, in 2022. So thank you so much for watching my videos this year. It's been an absolute pleasure. My goal for 2021 was to create one video per week on YouTube, and I have done it, and it's been awesome, and I'm planning on doing the same again in 2022. So thank you for being here and watching my videos, and I'll catch you in the new year. Bye for now.